Good morning, students. Welcome to the course on Verilog HDL. I am Shivanand Kulkarni, Assistant Professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Anjuman Institute of Technology and Management, Bhatkal. The course will introduce the students to the Verilog hardware description language. This course will be supported by Verilog is one of the so-called hardware description language. There are two competing hardware description languages in the market today. One is obviously Verilog, and another is the VHSeq HDL. Okay, so in this course, you will be focusing mainly on the Verilog part. Okay, Verilog HDL. Okay, the course will help students to learn various digital circuit modeling issues. Okay, using Verilog, and you also learn how to write test benches and some case studies. Okay, the case studies are nothing but the simulation examples that also will be taken in the HDL laboratory part. Okay, so this course on Verilog HDL is studied by students of computer science and engineering, even electronics and communication engineering, and also by electrical and electronics engineering. Okay, so that's why it is a very important course. One who want to learn Verilog, okay, so they have to take up this course. The prerequisites, so there is a fifth semester level course now, so some of the requirements, so these are the courses you have already gone through in the previous semesters. The one of the thing is the basic concepts in digital circuit design. Okay, so digital system design you have gone through. So the basic things like how you write a truth table. Okay, so what is the truth table of gates, okay, or circuits? How you write a Boolean expression from that, sum of products or product of some expression. Okay, how you simplify that expression using K maps. Okay, and how you write a gate level diagram. Okay, logic diagram or something. So how you write that. Okay, so these are some of the basic concepts of digital circuit design is necessary. And also it is a programming language, so that's why some familiarity with the programming language like C. Okay, so which you have taken up in first semester or second semester level, so this will help in understanding this course in a very useful manner. Okay, and this course will be supported by all semiconductor companies. Okay, like Intel, Cadence, okay, Mentor Graphics, Synopsys, and Xilinx. Okay, so these are some of the major companies. Other than that, there are mid-level and small scale companies also working on, so they require this Verilog HDL. Okay, so that's why it is a important course. So we'll begin the course by giving an overview of digital design with Verilog HDL. Okay, so in this, why there is a necessity for another language. So when we have so many languages like C, C++, Java, okay, so like that many programming languages are there in that. So why people required a HDL? Okay, so that is what we will learn in this first very beginning. Okay, so we'll discuss with evolution of CAD, computer aided design. Okay, why computer required for design, and how HDL has emerged out of this. Okay, and what is the typical design flow. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, so this design flow we will understand, and why Verilog HDL. Okay, why Verilog HDL itself, or what are the advantages of using this, and what are the future trends in using this HDL. Okay, so that is what we will discuss, and we'll consider the hierarchical modeling concepts. Okay, like there are two are there, top down and bottom up design methodologies, and we will just introduce the Verilog language here, so like modules and module instances. Okay, and there are two types of programming are there. One is a design block, which is nothing but a hardware description language. Okay, describing some hardware, that is a design. Stimulus means it is a stimulus block, it is a test bench. So to verify that design, so you have to give inputs. Okay, test cases you have to give. So this both are will be written in a same programming language, Verilog. Okay, so that aspects we will take up. So very first module, it is a theoretical conceptualize. Okay, we will be learning. Okay, so second part we will be learning the basic features of Verilog HDL programming language. Okay, so as you see any programming language, it may be a basic English language, or it may be a Kannada, Malayalam, Tamil. Okay, if you see any language, So what you will have to learn here is the conventions. What are the conventions used in that language? Okay, the grammar. Okay, which is correct, which is not correct. Okay, so these aspects will be covered in this uh, module. Okay, and we will be discussing modules and ports. Okay, so all the Verilog programmings will be called as modules. Okay, so how you define that module? What is its basic hierarchy? Okay, inside that we will be using ports. Okay, these are all language aspects we'll be learning in module 2. Okay, so once you have understood the overview of digital design, okay, and the basic features of Verilog, so now you are at a stage to write a first Verilog HDL program. Okay, so there will be different styles we will be writing Verilog HDL. Okay, and the styles will be used in different scenarios or different manner. Okay, the four styles are the very lowest level. So actually this is a digital design. So digital design engineers will be using this HDLs. Okay, so they will be designing it at very various levels. Okay, we'll call it as bottom level, top level, middle level, like that. So very bottom level, so the your digital design, it may be anything. Okay, it may be a arithmetic logic unit of your computer. Okay, anything can be described at a switch level. Okay, like NMOS, PMOS transistors. Okay, so you'll be learning this in VLSI design subjects. Okay, so that is switch level. Okay, the one step above is gate level modeling, so where we will describe our same design using gates. Okay, like AND gates, OR gate, XOR gates. Okay, all these combinations we'll be using. Okay, that is a gate level modeling. If you take one step further above, so there comes the data flow modeling, or it is a combination of data flow and behavioral. We call it as RTL level modeling. Okay, register transfer level modeling. So here we discuss separately. So first we'll discuss data flow modeling. Okay, so here the design will be expressed in terms of a Boolean expression. For example, if you are writing a AND gate, y equal to a and b, so some operators we will be using here. Okay, so using that operators we are going to express the design. Okay, so then the very top level, so if your hardware description language looks like a high level programming language, so then it should be described at a highest level, that is the behavioral modeling. So these are levels. Okay, behavioral is at the top, then comes the data flow, and then comes the gate level, and at the bottom layer we have the switch level. So in this course we will be not learning about switch level modeling. So we'll be learning from gate level, then data flow and behavioral modeling. Okay, so behavior, the name itself says the behavior of the design will be explained here. Okay, so for example, you can explain the operation of a kidney. Okay, heart, we could not write a uh, Boolean expression for that. So whichever design we could not write the Boolean expression, or we could not write the gate level diagram, so that kind of design we can take up in behavioral modeling. So we will be discussing more in that section. Okay, so these are the three different styles. So here almost you will be learning the hardware Verilog hard description language. Okay, the programming aspect you will be learning. You will be able to write all the three levels programs. I will be taking that in very interesting manner. Okay, so keep tuned. Okay, so next part we will be learning some advanced concepts. Okay, so next module 4 and module 5 remaining we will be learning advanced concept. So unit next we'll be discussing tasks and functions. These are same in the C programs. We will be having like functions, right? So math functions, different functions. So that means some set of function or set of work done by the main program will be given to some function, right? Like square root. Okay, to do square root, only square root it will do. Like that, we'll be using here tasks and functions in Verilog hardware description language. Okay, so these are some advanced concepts also will be take up. Okay, so regarding compilation, okay, and execution. Okay, so the useful modeling techniques we'll be discussing, and finally we'll do the reverse engineering. So far you have seen a digital design is there, and that you are writing as a hardware description language, and then that will be put into a CPLD, complex programmable logic device, or a field programmable gate array, FPGA, or a ASIC, application specific integrated circuit. Okay, so in the last part, reverse engineering, in the sense we will be showing you the code, set of code. So we have to do the logic. Okay, so logic design part we have to blend off. Okay, so that aspect we are taking in this. So this is a complete subject, learning about a new language. Okay, as a electronics and communication engineering students, so this is a one way of getting a hardware jobs. Okay, so if you know Verilog HDL, okay, so you can easily learn another HDL also. So learn this thoroughly. It will be helpful for doing even the final year projects. Okay, so if you want to do any FPGA design, or if you have some your own digital design, so that you can model in hardware description language. Okay, so coming to the continuous internal evaluation, it will be for 40 marks. Sorry for the disturbance. Okay, so the 30 marks is for internal assessment test, which will be conducted centralized, or it may be conducted as a open book test. Okay, depending on the situation. Okay, so it will be average of 3, and the 10 marks is a continuously evaluated. The unit wise quizzes will be conducted, like question answers or multiple choice questions. Okay, and those who have completed Coursera certificate on HDL languages for FPGA, so the certificate is required. If you have completed, so then it is optional to take the quizzes. Okay, so this is regarding the introduction or a course overview of the Verilog HDL. Okay, thank you.